There was actually a few times when I was at school and I would be sitting at my desk and I would have dudes come up and smell me. Like, without even asking, they would just come up and smell me and say I smell good. That was kind of uncomfortable and weird. I didn't really like that, but hey guys, welcome back, or welcome to my channel. So obviously if you clicked on this video, you want to know how to smell good the entire day, without actually having to put in a whole lot of effort, not having to do all this extravagant things to smell good throughout the entire day. And you also will not have to wear perfume either. And for those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for a little bit or have watched some videos of mine, you know that I cannot handle really strong fragrances, so perfume is definitely out of the question for me. I still like to smell good regardless, even if perfume is not something that I can use. I have definitely found other ways that are just as effective, if not more effective, in keeping you smelling fresh and clean and nice the entire day. So there's going to be 7 things that you can do to stay smelling really fresh, really clean, and ultimately smelling like you have a nice little scent to you. And before we start, I just want to say timestamps are in the description down below, so if you want to skip to certain halves, then just go there. Okay, so the first thing that you can do to help you smell good throughout the entire day, and that is to eat healthy and clean. And I know this probably doesn't make sense, like why would that have any effect on how I smell, but trust me, it does. If you were eating healthy foods, if you were eating fruits and vegetables and drinking water and green tea, you were just naturally going to exude an odor that is actually quite pleasant and doesn't smell like sweat or BO. And you'll notice that when you sweat in your armpits and when you have sweat anywhere else in your body, it is not going to smell as rancid as it usually would if you were eating things like donuts and greasy burgers and just a whole bunch of fake processed foods. You will find that you not only will feel physically better, you will not only feel more energized, you will actually begin to smell better. You will genuinely smell very clean and very healthy, even without putting in any fragrances or even without showering. Just you will exude a fresh and like healthy smell. You will not be as gross or smelly as you would if you were eating all this junk food. And this is probably one of the easiest things that you can do to help smell good throughout the entire day. I can say from experience, when I'm eating clean and when I'm eating healthy, I barely ever have a smell. And also, if you're a girl, this little kitty cat is not going to be smelling either. It's going to have no odor, honestly, since this area is not naturally supposed to have an odor. There might be a slight yeast smell, and that really should be it. There really shouldn't be a smell there. So if you're smelling anything that's kind of dirty or fishy, that lets you know that 1, it's either not being cleaned properly or not really taking care of her, or 2, you're eating very bad foods and that will exude an odor here and everywhere else in your body. So eating clean, eating healthy, and eating fresh, true foods is really going to help you to prevent any unnecessary smells, and will just help you overall physically and mentally as well, surprisingly. Okay, so the second thing that we can do is what I would call a makeshift perfume. And this honestly isn't really perfume. It's a pretty natural way to have a kind of perfumey smell if you really feel like you need to have that, or if you just want to smell like a certain scent because you just enjoy it. I would suggest taking a little bit of essential oils right here. I love citrus smells, specifically to like sweet orange, sweet grapefruit, lemon. I love citrus smells, and I don't actually use this one because this is for aromatherapy only, but I just had it right there, so I just picked it up. So what you can do is you'll take a little bit of these essential oils. You can do any smell really. There's lavender, lemongrass, eucalyptus. There's a lot of smells and a lot of essential oils that you can use. And what I would do is I would take a little tub of water or a little spray bottle of water. I don't even know where it is right now. And I would take that, I would put in a little bit of water, probably this much water in the actual container, and then I'll put about anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7 drops of this and kind of swirl it up, mix it around, and then I would do a little spray on my clothes, or if I was wearing white, and since this is sweet orange, this does have a like yellowy orange kind of tint to it, I would just spray it on my wrist like this and kind of just rub it in, and it actually works very, very well, and it does not have the extreme amount of chemicals that an actual perfume would, and you will actually be smelling like a plant, something that's natural and very, very soothing, especially if you use essential oils that are made to relax you, or if you want to have an essential oil that that will kind of wake you up. So maybe like a peppermint or a tea tree oil. You can do anything with them. You can mix them if you really wanted to, and they're not going to have that intense amount of chemicals either. So it's a much healthier, cheaper, and overall just a better alternative to using any type of perfumes. Okay, so the third thing you can do to help you stay nice and clean and smelling good and just having an overall nice aroma is to use exfoliators. This is the one that I'm using right now. I don't necessarily like it that much. I prefer the rose one, and this will ultimately leave you smell really, really good. You don't even have to use that much. It's just the smells that these give off naturally. As you can see, I've used literally all of it. It's just liquid at this point. I need another one. I only exfoliate once a month though, because over exfoliation can actually induce premature aging if you do it excessively. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think wrinkles are really that appealing, and they show obviously aging. So if you don't want to be perceived as older than you are, I would not suggest over exfoliating or exfoliating to extreme extent. So while that is really good at keeping you smelling good, you don't need to do it all the time. Trust me, the rest of the things on this list will also help you to smell really good, so you won't have to rely on that every single time you take a shower. Now, there are so many scents that you can use when you exfoliate. So you have that coconut lime, you have rose, you have coffee. There's a lot of different smells and scents that you can use onto exfoliating, and when done properly, exfoliating is actually really good for the skin to take off any of that dry skin and leave you feeling really smooth and really soft, and you just kind of feel lighter in a way since you've kind of gotten rid of all that dirt and griminess. So once a month, doing a full body exfoliation, literally from the neck down, getting everywhere, your feet, your legs, your arms, your back, your stomach, your chest, literally everywhere. Once you do that exfoliation, you'll smell so good, so good, and you will feel so clean, so fresh, and just feel really cute and pretty. Okay, so this next item that we have on here is probably the most important one, or the one that has the most effect for me personally, and basically on everyone, I feel like, and that is to have really good smelling shampoos and hair products. For me personally, I love the argan oil smell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but argan oil shampoos and conditioners and hair oils, I love it. The smell that they have is so good, and fragrances and hair tend to last a really long time, especially if you do what I do and you put them in a braid, or if you put them in a bun, or if you just keep your hair kind of tight for a little bit after showering and let it dry in that tight braid or anything like that. It will really keep the smell, and it will basically have you smelling like that the entire freaking day. This is not even a joke either, especially if you use hair oils consistently like this. You can get these basically anywhere. Target has them, Walmart has them, shampoos you can find anywhere as well, especially this brand and this shampoo. This is actually a pretty common shampoo brand and shampoo specifically to find. And it's also pretty affordable as well, so you're not going to have to be spending a lot of money for a shampoo. If you have a lot of hair, if you have long hair like me, this is a very quick, a very easy, and really efficient way to having you smell really good throughout the entire day. Because I know I would have people they would just come up to me and tell me how good I smelled and how good my hair smelled. There was actually a few times when I was at school and I would be sitting on my desk and I would have dudes come up and smell me. Like, without even asking, they would just come up and smell me and say I smell good. That was kind of uncomfortable and weird. I didn't really like that, but it told me that my hair smelled good, and it was nice to know that I smelled good. The way that they did it was really strange, but still, it was still nice to know I smelled good. And that can happen to you as well. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully people come up and ask you first before they smell you. But regardless, I still knew that my hair smelled good. I would still get complimented on how good I smelled a lot, especially on your hair, because your hair can hold scents a lot easier and a lot more and a lot longer than your body can. So this is a very easy way to smell good, and honestly, keep your hair healthy, keep yourself clean, and it's like a win-win-win. Not only will you have clean, healthy hair, but you also have hair that smells good, that will ultimately make you smell good in general, especially if you have long hair like this, or if you have thick hair, or if you just have really prominent hair. This is going to be a very effective way in making you smell good. Alright, now next up, this one is pretty effective as well, especially if you already exfoliated like that, or if you used a little bit of a scented soap. I wouldn't recommend that though, but this is also effective, and it is wearing lotion. This is the lotion I use. This actually does not have scents because, like I told you, I don't really like scents. This one is really great though because it is scentless, and first of all, it's extremely good of a lotion. So this, I would definitely recommend you get this actually. And so the great thing about using lotions is that, first of all, there are lotions with fragrances that you can use, though I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. From at least my experience, lotions with fragrances kind of burn my skin, and I don't find they're actually good at being moisturizing. I just think they kind of dry out my skin actually. So that's why I would suggest using lotions without any fragrance, because it will just help to absorb smell and kind of block it out. So you're not going to be having a really bad smell. It just kind of is there to prevent bad smell, and it's really good. It's like another win-win, you know. You're getting a lot of moisture, you're getting softer skin, and you're also kind of preventing unwanted, unnecessary bad smells. I don't know if this will work for everyone, but I found that this works pretty well for me, so I would definitely recommend getting lotion, especially the bigger ones, because that will last you for a while. Alright, now our second to last option is you wouldn't think really has an effect on anything, but I find that it really does, and that is using chapstick, especially chapsticks that have scents on them. So this one is a pomegranate. Burt's Bees has really good chapsticks that are actually really good at moisturizing, and they have so many good scents. They have peppermint, they have mango, strawberry, vanilla, they have sweet grapefruit, they have all of these amazing smells that honestly, if you pair it with how good your hair is going to be smelling and your overall nice smell, adding this, something really subtle that isn't going to be really overwhelming. It's going to be a very subtle but big difference that only adds on to your very sweet and clean aroma depending on what fragrances you like. So once you add something like this, a chapstick that matches your vibe, that only adds on to what you already have. And it's very cheap, very affordable, found everywhere. So it's a very easy way to boost that aroma that you have, and a way to really help you to smell good that you wouldn't actually think makes a difference, but is very, very good in helping to build that overall smell that you are looking for. So I would definitely recommend that. Plus, your lips will look cute. Honestly, don't look at my acne. But it's very good at its job. And also, if you kiss people and you have a nice smelling chapstick, that probably might leave a lasting impression as well. Plus, you'll just be making their lips a little bit softer as well. So it's like a win-win. Alright, and lastly on our list, I feel like this is a little obvious, but still makes a difference and is still effective, and that is to use nice and sweet scented deodorants like this. I don't know if you can even see it right there. I use Love Beauty and Planet. This one smells really good. It's the coconut water and mimosa flower. This is so... Here, smell it. It's really good, isn't it? So there's so many deodorants out there. I would highly recommend using aluminum free deodorants though, just like this one. Tom's is another brand that is also aluminum free in their deodorants. Please just don't use aluminum in deodorants. It doesn't actually make the deodorant stronger, so if you think aluminum makes the deodorant work better or longer, it doesn't. So quite obviously, not only will deodorant help block out any sweat or BO smell, it can actually help to build a very sweet and nice smell, especially if you have a kind of stronger smelling deodorant that isn't overpowering but still has a pretty decently strong aroma. So like I said, if you're building this vibe that you want to smell like, deodorant can really be the last piece of the puzzle to helping you smell very good in a long lasting way. And not only is deodorant very good at helping prevent smells, it's also really good at just kind of keeping you smelling good. And deodorant is honestly, since it's so normalized, you can just literally put it on whenever. I remember sometimes when I felt like I needed deodorant at school, I would literally just bring it out and just put it on in the middle of class. I did not care about anything. If I felt like I smelled bad, I would just literally just take it out and put it on. I didn't even care. Some people would look at me and I was like, You want some? Also, when you put on deodorant, don't put it on over sweat, by the way. I'm probably sure you already know this, but if you're sweating already, dry it with something and then put it over, because deodorant's not really gonna work without sweat. And then you'll have the sweat on the deodorant, and then you can see the sweat drop. Okay, just don't do it, okay? So deodorant is quite obviously a very nice key step to smelling good, though it is not necessary to smell good, alright? You don't have to wear deodorant to smell good. And I know you're going to say some people that don't use deodorant smell bad, and that is very true because they probably are not eating that well. But that is the last thing that I have that will really help you to smell good throughout the entire day. And these are very simple, and you probably aren't thinking that they really do anything to help you smell good, but honestly they really, really do, because I have been doing this for the longest time, and I can tell you that 1, I can smell how good I actually smell, and 2, I have people compliment me all the time on how good I smell, and people will ask me things that I use, and I've been asked this for years, hence I've been doing this for quite a while, so I know what makes me smell good. And while this might not work for you, I guarantee you 99% of you this will be effective in helping you to smell good and have a long-lasting effect on how good you smell throughout the entire day. With that being said though, if you enjoyed this video or found value from this video, don't be shy, go ahead and leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help boost this video in the algorithm so others will have the opportunity to see this video and to possibly learn something new. But thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.